date a man who still lived with his parents?
Here we go.
Petty?
Let me say.
Oh, is it story time?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
So that ended up happening, and at the time I was young. Ended up having kids with him. But he never, when we had our first child, he never wanted to leave.
Leave your house?
No,
or
his mama house to be with me and his daughter.
Did you have your own house?
No.
Okay.
So, but I did end up getting it after I had my daughter. So I was like, hey, come on, let's go be a family. We got stuff to take care of. We gotta live. He wasn't having it.
He didn't want that responsibility.
He did not want his responsibilities. But when his mom got married, his stepdad was like, no, you need to get up out of here. I don't care where you go. You ain't laying up in here.
Wow.
So I have dated a guy. Quite frankly, to be honest with you, I don't think anybody that is trying to get themselves on their feet, or if they're comfortable living with their parents, needs to be dating anybody, because dating costs money, first off. And if you don't have the money to take care of yourself, how in the hell you gonna buy me a slice of pizza? You know what I'm saying? Your priorities are all toe up and toe down. So yeah, that was my little story, you guys. And that was my little vulnerable moment.
Wow. Okay. Cut the music for a second, AJ.
I did.
I got a question. Hold on. Let me write this down, because I'm going to get back to it. I'm old and I'll forget things. So, AJ, did you only have the one child with this man, or did you have multiple children by this man?
Let's see. I moved out. Got engaged to another guy. Had a child by that man. And he played the please baby, because I was about to get married to that man. So he played the whole Dwayne Wade, please baby, please, I want my family to work, you never gave us a chance type drama. And I was like, okay,
and then
I'll give you a chance. And then had another baby, and it was the same stuff. He ended up going right back, moving in with me, and then ended up going right back to his mama house, having his stepdad yell over him, saying, you need to get up out of my house. You got children to take care of. Blase, blase. Had a job, took that for granted, got fired. And he lived 8 minutes away from his job, might I add, and still showed up late every day. So that was a total big lesson to show me this man has no regard for his life or himself. Why in the world would I put me and myself back in this position again? I had to remove the rose-colored glasses. I had too much faith in the individual. He actually told me, he was like, I don't like people who expect too much out of me. And that should have been my sign to exit stage left, because that showed me, oh, well, then you don't really want much out of life.
So here's the thing. One, he has mommy issues, and every woman that he gets with from that point on is going to have to be a mother figure to him. Two,
even the young chicks. Sorry, you 20-something-year-olds, man. If
you millennials,
if you new millennials, if us 30-year-old women could slap a sign on these 30-year-old men that be waltzing around here and you know, with no clue in the world, and say, hey, this is a narcissist, run the other way, we would, but they probably wouldn't listen anyway, because everybody got to learn something.
Exactly. So because I want to move on, because I got another story that I want to talk about, but I will ask this question, AJ, before we go on. Do you think that there's a double standard when it comes to that situation, though? Because a man don't care if a woman live with her mama. He don't care nothing about that. He don't care nothing about that at all, period. Most men do not care. But women have a huge issue with the man living with his mother. It's a double standard, right?
Depending on the situation, but, I mean, you can go as far as back as the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Like, women are supposed to, you know, live with their parents until their husband come along, take them out there and, you know, take care of them like that. That's, I don't call it a double standard, but it is like this. I can't be the full woman that I need to be and show you that I can be with your mama hovering around every 5 seconds.
True, but how can I be the man that I need to be if you staying at your mama house? That means that, like, you can come to my spot but you can't really stay in my spot because then your mama gonna wonder, well, where you at? You still, it's almost like you're still, you still fall under your mom's rules because you live at her house. And so what if I'm at the house and your mama come home and she come looking at me sideways? I can't do nothing but get up and leave because it's her house.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying? So it's like a double standard like
and
that.
it's
Right?
more so that, hey, if you want a relationship, you want to date, you want to be that man for us to, have our own time and things like that, let's get your own place.
So I got two people saying, one, Tracy. Let me say this, though. First of all, shout out to Dr. Dawn. I will be on her show with Tracy tomorrow. We'll
Man,
be
that
talking.
show is going to be lit.
We'll be talking relationships. And Tracy says she has an issue with both. Atum Ra says it is a double standard, but men are protectors and providers and women are nurturers. Yeah, but I can't get no nurturing in a mama house unless we sneaking. Anyway, moving right along. So, AJ.
Yeah.
So slavery lasted a long time until it ended, correct?
Yes.
And on next month, the state of Texas will be actually participating in Juneteenth, right?
Mm-hmm.
So for those of y'all who don't know what Juneteenth is, June 19th, represents the day, I can't remember the year, but it represents the day that Texas, the slaves in Texas found out that they were free.
Mm-hmm.
But
they
it was
found out.
It was 2 years after slavery had been abolished.
And they found out through a smoke signal or something. How they found out?
I don't actually know how they found out. I just know, well, pretty sure that it came by boat or by horse. But I know it took 2 years, or maybe it was 2 years after the president was like, y'all got to let these people go. Y'all got to stop doing what you're doing. But Texas didn't find out till 2 years later. That's what the whole Juneteenth celebration is about.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so with that being said, what have we been screaming for the longest when it comes to slavery? Reparations, right?
Reparations.
Right. But you would think that or figure that the reparations would come from the government based off of what was done to our people, kind of like how, or even in the form of letting us get small business loan, like you still paying the Jewish community for the Holocaust. You're making up for that. That's why.
And that happened way after.
That's why there's a small percentage of Jewish people that make up the United States population, but they have 48% of the wealth. You see what I'm saying? But that's due to them sticking together, for one. Two, walking in, being able to get a business loan, or this, that, and other. Black people still ain't allowed to do that. So the form of reparations should be in like a check, or a business loan, small business loan, free education, something, right? Mm-hmm. I don't think that it should come in the form of a party, though.
A party?
Black people and people of color attend reparations happy hour to get $10 cash from white patrons.
What the?
So,
come on, man.
So here's the thing, AJ. A Portland, Oregon con artist has figured out a way, according to SandraRose.com, a way to draw attention to himself while lining his pockets with reparations donations from guilt-ridden white donors. Reparation Happy Hour is the brainchild or social justice organizer Cameron Witten, who organized the after-hours party for black people who are tired of waiting for their 40 acres and a mule. The oft-promised reparations for 200 years of slavery. It seems white people are lining up to donate $10 each to black people at the party. The weekly event, which kicked off this week at a Portland neighborhood bar, drew 40 blacks.
Portland?
In Portland.
Okay.
40 blacks and people of color, mostly Latinos, who happily accepted $400 in donations from Caucasian patrons burdened with white guilt. He says he started the initiative through his new group, Brown Hope, and his organization has received thousands of dollars in donations from whites and blacks who hope to see the reparation movement take off. Let me just go on record by saying this. Any of my Caucasian friends who are listening, any of your Caucasian friends that you're going to pass this along to, that ain't the way to go.
That's damn near disrespectful.
You're just getting taken advantage of. If you have anybody come along and say, we're having a reparations party, and I think that you should donate to make black people feel good. I don't even care about the amount of money. It's just wrong. One, because of course, the guy is black. So our people, AJ, that's the first thing. Scamming people off of white guilt. Second thing is, Caucasians, Anglos, white people that are living today. You don't have to be guilt-ridden for what your ancestors done. You didn't do it, and this is how I feel, and it's going to get me in trouble with some of my black friends, but I don't care. If you know me, one, I could say all the time, 225 pounds of pure ignorance. That's the first thing.
Hey, man, your mama could put you across the knee right now.
Oh,
No,
nah.
I'm just like...
For real. Second thing is, AJ, second thing is, I don't want to be held accountable for the sins of my ancestors. So Anglo-American Caucasians, do not feel like you have to give us or me, maybe not, let me just say me. You don't have to give me any reparations. I'm good. If it comes, it comes. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm good. But do not feel guilty by the sins of your don't feel guilty by the sins of your ancestors on what they did by enslaving our people. Don't feel guilty about that. It's wrong. But you shouldn't feel guilt unless you own slaves right now. I'm sorry. That's not the popular opinion in the African American community. Black community is not. But if you're getting taken for $10, and $10. So really what it is, AJ, he's went in and told the club, I got this scheme going on. This is what we gonna do. This is what we gonna do. We're going to get these people, we're gonna get these white people to give me money, right? But we're gonna give them a ticket, AJ. I guarantee you they got a drink ticket instead of getting the money. How much you wanna bet?
Nothing.
Because how much a drink normally costs? About $10, but you get that McCormick liquor, that cheap liquor, and then you can do what you want to do. So he's probably not giving them $10 in cash. He's probably giving them a drink ticket and pocketing the money and not even splitting it, but giving the club some. So the club
must have been desperate because that was a desperate move.
There's no possible way I would have a reparations party. If he came to me, I'd be like, bro, if you don't get out my face right now. R-A-T. Right now.
Okay, roundhouse kicked around here.
AJ. First of all, I'm not even going. Listen, I take that back. I'm lying. I would go to the party because I got to get these jokes off. I would go there being petty, like, so how much money they gave you? AJ, a reparations party?
That is unheard of.
Who's being done? But you know what though? Does that say how we are as a people to fall for something like that? Speak for yourself, Brian Bearfield. They can send my reparations to my PayPal tonight. Entourage. He said they can send it in a cash app. Well, hey, listen, I'll take it like that if they give it to me like that, but I dang sure ain't going to no club to get it and they be like, hey, what my $10 at? Well, technically, you didn't read the fine print. We have drink tickets that equates to $10. And then what they do, AJ, get that little bitty plastic cup about this big, right? No, this big,
and
right?
Fill it with ice.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're up against a break right now. When we come back, though, AJ, I got one more petty story. You know what that is? So 2 days ago, we talked about having the manual to fight cougars, right? Mountain lions, right?